Okay, I normally don't do this because what I'm about to react to is something that I've seen on Twitter. For whatever reason, this is a take that people get off way too often, and when people get this take off, I feel as if like you were telling on yourself that you were just unaware of what the truth is and you're trying to rewrite history. Over the last 5 years, the revisionist history on Kobe's career has been very, very excessive. Now, to be fair on both sides of the argument, one side trying to romanticize and glorify Kobe's career a little bit too much, and that's understandably, especially once someone like that loses their life untimely. Then after that, though, what they then decided to do, the community, there's another side of the community is like, oh, we're really going to balance this out. And instead of just telling the truth, we're now about to over-embellish what did or did not happen in the opposite direction. They're trying to counteract what the positive people did by being overly negative. And to me, you're just the other side of the spectrum. And this argument right here that I see pretty often really frustrates me. There's a graphic going around saying 2010 West was crazy. And I don't know what the whole argument here is, but like, this is like a fairly tame post. The response to this isn't a flex. It just reinforces what we've said all along. Kobe had a stacked team in 2010. Kobe, Gasol, Bynum, Odom, Meta, Fisher, and a Hall of Fame Phil Jackson coach. You know, okay. Here's a thing that really bothers me is that for whatever reason, people are now trying to convince themselves that Kobe was also on a stacked roster in his second three-peat or his second, 3 times in a row going to the finals. I don't know how that's even happening. First of all, if you are coming to this conclusion based off of the fact that there were 8 50-win teams in the West, do you dare come to that conclusion in 2008 when there were, again, 8 50-win teams in the West? Like, if you go to the West in 2008, there were 8 50-win teams. That's how talented the West was. So are you going to argue because Kobe was able to get through that his teams was also stacked? Because effectively, Kobe proved that he didn't need to be on this stacked roster in 2010 to get through it. Let that marinate for a second. But secondly, and more importantly, this fixation to inflate Kobe's teammates in that second run makes no sense to me, because if you do so, you are quite literally telling on yourself. And in the attempt to try to right the wrong, I'm sitting here trying to explain to people like, this is a lot of revisionist history when it comes to Kobe, and the one I can never understand is the obsession with inflating The 2008 to 2010 was an average playoff roster, if not slightly worse, far from stacked. People are now arguing with me. This right here is the one that really this right here fucking grind my gears. Name 3 bigs on the same team better than Gasol, Bynum, and Odom in 2008 to 2010. Now, there's a couple of things that comes with this argument where y'all try to make it seem as if like Kobe's was on this like ridiculously stacked team, and that's the reason why he had all that success. The first thing that I always see is that you niggas come on these apps and start running your mouth about Andrew Bynum. That alone lets me know that you shouldn't be having these conversations. Some of you all come on this app and start talking about Trevor Ariza. That alone lets me know you shouldn't be having these convos. Let's actually tell the truth. I said in response to this, Dwight, Rashard Lewis, and Hedo Turkoglu. Orlando didn't have Hedo in 2010. Nice try, though. 2008 to 2010, the Lakers had the best front court, Gasol, Bynum, and Odom. Gasol had an offensive skill. Bynum was a presence on defense. Oh, I didn't even read this shit. What the fuck? All right, let's debunk the first thing. Andrew Bynum. When niggas talk about this team and they bring up Andrew Bynum's name, nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. You telling me about Andrew Bynum lets me know you don't know dick. This is the thing that really be blowing me. The front court talk. My nigga, this team won 57 games. All that front court shit. Powell played 27 games with the Lakers. Bynum played 35, my nigga. 35. You know how many minutes Bynum played in the playoffs? 0, because the nigga got hurt and didn't play a single fucking minute. Not one. But low. Trevor Ariza, low. Trevor Ariza played 24 games in a regular season, only started 3. We then go into the playoffs. Trevor Ariza played a whopping 8 games because he got hurt, and in the 8 games, the nigga played 5 minutes. You niggas bringing up Bynum and Ariza lets me know you're being either disingenuous because you know how fucking stupid it would sound if you brought up the real niggas that were playing 20 plus minutes, which was Vladimir Radmanovich, Luke Walton, Farmar in his sophomore season. Those are the niggas that were playing minutes. You go in the regular season, my nigga, Vladimir Radmanovich started for half of the season. half of it, the nigga starts. Ronnie Churoff is starting 21 games because at the 5 position, Kwame Brown giving you 14 games, Bynum giving you 25 games starting. We couldn't even find a starting 5 until really Powell came along. So when you niggas talk about Andrew Bynum, spare me, my nigga. He didn't even play in the playoffs in 2008. Neither did Trevor Ariza. Matter of fact, neither one of them really played even in the regular season. Powell only played 27 games, and that team still won 57 games. Then I know your follow-up is going to be, but low, that's just one run, low. What about 2009? 2009. In the 2009 season, Trevor Ariza only started 20 games. You know why he only started 20 games? Because they were trying to give Bynum some more reps. Bynum, however, played 50 games, he played like 45 games, then got hurt. He misses all these games and comes back for the last 4 games of the season. In this stretch when he gets hurt, that's when Trevor Ariza finally gets inserted to the starting 5. I want you all to realize, especially with all this impact that Bynum had, they were 37-9 when Bynum was in the lineup. He then gets hurt, and they keep winning. They finish off 63-16. My nigga, Andrew Bynum was not this massive difference maker that y'all make him out to be. Matter of fact, they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They won 25 games in what was probably like a 32 game stretch. Be serious. Let's be serious. They were winning games with or without Bynum. He was not a game changer, but we will continue with Andrew Bynum. For those who also don't know, well, look, he came back for the playoffs. Nigga, Andrew Bynum couldn't play playoff games because he was an immature defender that would always foul. Bynum would get in games, get 2 quick fouls, get pulled out immediately. He couldn't finish playoff games because a nigga couldn't play deep into a playoff game because he kept fouling. How bad was he fouling? Andrew Bynum in 2009 averaged 3 fouls in less than 30 minutes. We go to the playoffs, he's playing 17 minutes and somehow is averaging even more fouls. Let's look at the game log just in case you all think that I'm lying. Here we are at the game log now. Andrew Bynum, game 1 of the playoffs. Nigga gave me 5 fouls in 20 minutes. Next game, he gives you 31 minutes. The game after that though, in 7 minutes of action, and real niggas who watch this remember this game. Andrew Bynum played 7 minutes and had 5 fouls in 7 minutes. You know what they did? They stripped that nigga from the starting 5. You're not playing starting 5 no more. Next game, you play 6 minutes. Game after that, you play 11 because in 7 minutes, you got 5 fouls. So when a nigga sit here and tell me about this nigga's defensive presence, what are you talking about? We continue. 2 fouls in 6-7 minutes, 2 fouls in 11 minutes. Next game, 3 fouls in 15 minutes, 3 fouls in 8 minutes, 3 fouls in 12 minutes, 3 fouls in 11 and a half. My nigga, seriously? Defensive presence, yes. 3 fouls in 19 minutes, 5 fouls in 15 minutes, 5 fouls in 23 minutes, 4 fouls in 19 minutes, 4 fouls in 22 minutes, 5 fouls in 16 minutes, 5 fouls in 15 minutes, and 5 fouls in 17 minutes. Oh wait, I'm blocking. There you go. There y'all go right there. 5 in less than 16 minutes. Nigga, be serious. Be serious. You niggas is not serious. You let me know that every time you gets to typing. Nigga, Andrew Bynum went in the playoffs in 09, shot 45% from the field as a big and averaged 3 fouls in 17 minutes. Would have got more if they did not take his starting lineup and gave you 6 points and 4 rebounds. I'ma tell you niggas right now, for whatever reason, you niggas have the comprehension to contextualize LeBron's teammates. But now all of a sudden, if a nigga gets 1 all-star appearance, now all of a sudden that's who he was every single time in Kobe's career. Get the fuck out of here. That nigga Bynum was trash. What about the advanced analytics, Lo? You niggas, cause that's another thing. Y'all niggas love to get on these advanced analytics. All right, cool. So we can't go in the 08 season because he didn't play, not a lick. Let's see what he was in the advanced analytics. He was a negative VORP, negative box plus minus. Nigga couldn't even give you 1.1 win shares per 48. Nigga, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. And if a nigga run his lips talking that he was good, you are dumb, my nigga. Stop bringing up Bynum. For 2 of those 3 years, Bynum wasn't even the top 4 or 5 player on the roster because the nigga couldn't even play enough games to have any lasting impact. Stop! Then we get back to Ariza. We've already established Trevor Ariza really didn't play in the regular season nor playoffs in 08. 2009, he didn't start getting starting minutes until Bynum got hurt and he got inserted into the starting five. And this idea that he was this elite 3-and-D wing, my nigga, he shot 32% from three. That's what he was doing. He went in the playoffs, turned up and started making threes, 47%, almost 48, but he was getting left wide open and he had up and down series. But to be fair, he was a significantly better shooter in the playoffs, but no one wasn't viewing him as this 3-and-D wing. He was an athletic young wing that had a lot of defensive upside, but up until this point in his career, he was not a 3-point shooter, and niggas was leaving him wide open. He had a great run, but this archetype of a 3-and-D wing, that's not who Trevor Ariza was. Trevor Ariza was a slashing athletic wing that people left open, and for a postseason run, he started knocking down his shots. There's like an interview where Trevor Ariza himself openly admits that. Trevor Ariza was not a 3-and-D wing when he first started his career. Stop lying. Also, you niggas I love Derek Fisher, but you niggas gotta stop bigging up 33, 34, and 35-year-old D-Fish. This nigga was wildly inconsistent from three. He was supposed to be a spot-up shooter, and he would have, in 08, I think he actually shot really well from three in the postseason. But if you look at like his series, here's Derek Fisher's series. He shot 50% from three in the first round, 64, 40, and then in the finals, he shot 19% from three. This is what he shot in the 2009 run. 31, 7, 30, and then in the finals, in a 5-game series, he took 16 threes and made 7 of them. In the finals, he made his threes every other game because, again, they weren't shooting that many. But in all the other series, the nigga was terrible from three. He was terrible. The next run in 2010, he shot 47% from three in the first round, next round 33, after that 30, after that 20. For 2 out of these 3 years y'all are referencing, my nigga, Derek Fisher had one really great playoff round in 2010. The rest are terrible. Derek Fisher in 2 of these postseason runs shoots less than 33% from three in the playoffs. In 2 of these 3 postseason runs. What the fuck are y'all talking about? No, seriously. What the fuck are you talking about? What? None of you niggas would ever in your life watch someone shoot like Derek Fisher and think that he was this dominant marksman. No, he was not. I love D-Fish, but D-Fish after 08 was like the definition of inconsistency on a series-to-series basis. He was not, no. What is the other shit y'all be saying? We saw Kobe from 2005 to 07 before Gasol. And then somebody else I was responding to, and I didn't like. Hedo and Lewis were not bigs, bro. At the time, it was unanimous that the Lakers had the absolute best front court in the NBA. No, it was not, bro. It was viewed as the best front court in the NBA post the 2010s. No one in 2008 thought they was the best front court. Bynum and Powell barely even played with one another. And in 2009, it certainly was not viewed the best front court. You niggas is lying. 2011, 2012 onwards, that's when those convos was happening. But for 2 of the 3 years that y'all are talking about, I don't know how anybody could ever even dare utter their lips and say that shit. It was not unanimously viewed that way. But also, if you believe that Hedo Turkoglu and Rashard Lewis aren't bigs, then neither is Lamar Odom. This was the other one. I sat there and said that it was an average playoff roster. Most people took that as an offense, like, how dare you? How dare you? Average? I thought maybe I was misremembering. I'm starting to realize maybe y'all just don't know. And maybe I misspoke. What I meant to say is the average Western Conference playoff roster, because again, we're talking about the Western Conference competition. So when someone is trying to describe to me this right here, in 2008, outside of Kobe, they had 3 other players averaging double digits on decent efficiency, and then like 2 more players averaging 8 points in the playoffs. In 2009, basically the same thing. Again, by no means was a super team, but average is disrespectful. You describe the average playoff team in the West. I explained to him in 2008, the Denver Nuggets, I don't know, however you want to feel between Iverson and Melo, but you had 2 more players giving you double figures and another player in Kenyon Martin almost giving you 9, almost 10. The Utah Jazz in the playoffs, after Deron Williams, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 players in double figures. There's another one that's giving you 8. Let's go on the other side of the bracket. The Phoenix Suns. In 2008, after Nash, if Nash is the best player, they have 1, 2, 3, for 5 players in double figures. If you then go to the Hornets, after Chris Paul in the playoffs is David West, Stojakovic, Pargo, and then another Tyson Chandler give you 8 points. Y'all took offense by me saying average. I don't know how you all think these teams got to 50 wins. What you are describing is an average playoff team in the West at that time. That is an average playoff team. Having multiple players in double figures, another one that's really close, a defensive wing, that is the average team. If you go look at the Western Conference at this time, in 2008, the Hornets had Tyson Chandler as their defensive presence, David West as their second option, and Stojakovic as their three-point shooter. If Pargo has a great series, that's another one who can also give you like double figures. Okay. Spurs would have Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Bruce Bowen, and Michael Finley in 2008. Phoenix Suns had Stoudemire, Raja Bell, all the players we just named. Houston Rockets is a bit iffy because Yao and T-Mac are going in and out. Utah Jazz, after Darren Williams, had Carlos Boozer, Mehmet Okur, Kirilenko, Kyle Korver, Ronnie Brewer. If you want to sit here and say the Denver Nuggets that year, they lost to the Lakers in the first round, so it's not that big of a sample size. After Melo, Chauncey Billups is giving you 20, 11 from Kenyon Martin, 11.5 from Nene, and 15 from J.R. Smith. And you can see the shooting splits right there. You're highlighting an average playoff team in the West because they were all fucking good. That's how you get 50 wins, dog. Dog. And again, I'm not sitting here saying that having Powell isn't an immediate upgrade from everyone else, but the truth of the matter is that the Lakers roster had an average depth in contrast to everyone else. The difference tended to be Kobe and Powell. That was the difference. It wasn't this like long list of players. Like, no, it was Kobe and Powell. I think Trevor Ariza was also a massive difference maker in 2009. Derek Fisher's up and down three-point shooting wasn't a significant difference. Ron Artest, now Meta World Peace, was a noticeable difference defensively in 2010, but he was dog shit offensively in the 2010 postseason run. If y'all keep bringing up Bynum's name, bro, you're telling on yourself. You're letting the world know that you have no idea what you're talking about. Bynum should be like the 4th or 5th nigga that you bring up. He should not be a part of this big 3 that you all niggas concoct in your mind. And depending on the year, he shouldn't even be brought up, period, because in 2008, he didn't even fucking play. In 2009, Powell was better in the postseason, Odom was better, Trevor Ariza was better, and Derek Fisher was better. You can very well argue Bynum, depending on the series, wasn't even the 5th best supporting cast member. He might have been 6th or 7th, depending on how many fouls he's picking up on a game-to-game basis. Bynum was not this all-star, all-NBA caliber player that you all keep making out to be. The arguments of them having the best front court happened post-2010. That was not in 2008. That was not in 2009. Maybe conversations about it in 2010, but that became a thing post-2010. That became stamped post-2010. Saying Bynum's name when they won a championship the next year, when Bynum is only averaging 17 minutes a game on poor efficiency, and he's so bad defensively, he's averaging 3 fouls in 17 minutes. You niggas are jokes. You see a name and you're like, oh, I remember Bynum. He made an all-star appearance. On 2K, I played him in my team. Like, shut the fuck up, my niggas. Bynum was not always that good. He wasn't. This idea that Kobe needed this team to get through that West, 2008 alone disproves that. And oh yes, because y'all niggas love to bring up bad Kobe series, but you don't want to bring up when Powell and Odom were bad. In 2008, in the conference finals against the Spurs, this nigga Powell and Lamar Odom, this great duo y'all talking about, nigga Powell was held to 13 points on 45% shooting from the field. Odom was held to 13 points on 40% shooting from the field. Trevor Ariza is all the way at the bottom, only giving you 3 games, played 9-10 minutes that entire series. Bynum's not even there, and Derek Fisher is giving me a whopping 6 points, and though he's shooting 40% from the field, from behind the arc, you're like, oh, he's a sharpshooter. My nigga, he took 5 threes throughout the entire 5-game series. You niggas is not serious. You're not serious.